Hey folks, thanks for stopping by. This week I'm going to be doing some more casting. This time I'm doing a tool handle blank with small pine cones. Stick around, we'll get started. Okay, let me go over what I've got here and then we'll get started. I've got my pressure pot. I took out the rack that I normally keep in the pressure pot because we're going to be using a different mold. I've got my resin, which is Total Boat 2-to-1 slow set, a couple of cups, some mixing sticks, some mold release, some Caster's Choice pigments. One is purple, one is a yellow. My infrared thermometer, a couple gloves, the pine cones, and then my mold. Now for a mold, I just took a piece of 1.5" PVC and cut a piece of plywood that would fit the bottom of my pressure pot and covered it with tape and then hot glued down the pipe. So I've already put mold release inside the mold. There's a little bit of mold in the bottom. So let me go ahead and get my gloves on and I will start mixing the resin. I measured it and it's about 200 milliliters. I made a mark on the cup. That should be how much I need to fill it up. When I get the resin mixed up, I will split it into 2 even portions and let it sit for a while before I pour it in the mold. So first let me pop the pine cones in. And then I'll start mixing the resin. Let's try that. That'll work. That's a little bit more than I need, but about as good as it's going to get. So let me mix it up for about 3 minutes. Looks like the clock, it's 12:09, 12:12, and I will get to separating it. While I'm sitting here and mixing this, I'm going to let my heat gun heat up again. I'm going to put another bead of hot glue around that mold. We also get another mold out because I realize it's probably going to be a bit more that fits in there with the pine cones. Now, let me separate these. Okay, I'm going to clean up a while and let that come up to temperature. Because I'm not going to be able to stir this at all, I'm going to let this get up to about 100 or so, and we'll see if that helps with the color separation. I plan on pouring one from one side and one from the other, and hopefully we'll get some color separation. Which reminds me, I need to get a piece of tape to loop over that in case it wants to float. Alright, that should be good to go. So let me get the resin put away and clean up a bit, and we'll watch as the temperature comes up.
Much later.
Okay, it's close enough. One of them is just over 100 and the other one's just under. So let me start with the purple on this side. Let me get bold and do them both at the same time. Let me get my gloves back on. It's not going to be enough for a full one. Alright, so let me get it in the pressure pot and then we'll see what we got. I'm going to let this sit for about 16 hours. So I will see you tomorrow.
Many hours later.
Okay, it's been about 16 hours. So let me go ahead and let the air out and see what we got. All right, let me see how if I can knock on that a little bit and see if I can get that out.
2 hours later.
All right, finally got it out of the mold. It took a bit of knocking the PVC loose, but seems okay. We'll see what it looks like next week. I'm going to give it some time to harden up on the inside, make sure it's completely hard before we turn it. It should make a good tool handle. I'm thinking about making a screwdriver out of it, but yeah, we'll see that. Is that a crack? No, okay. It's just the texture of the inside of the pipe. Looks like there's a few little tiny voids. Those will probably be turned out as we go down. But yeah, that's I guess that's kind of it. Yeah, thanks for sticking with me. Come back next week and hopefully we'll see this turned into maybe a screwdriver. We'll see. But yeah, hit subscribe and ring the bell if you want to get notified when I publish the next one. I try to put one of these out about every week or so. So hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care.